Hello everyone and welcome back to more Let's Play Professor Layton in the Curious Village. In the last episode we just took care of all the puzzles in Granny Riddleton's shack, so that's empty now and we can continue with the main story. So let's go and meet Chelmy at the manor, which is all the way over here to the right. Hey, why doesn't Ramon stand here? This is his place, he's supposed to be here. Actually, is there a puzzle here? Huh? Look, there's a hole in that boat there. Oh, Professor, that reminds me. Have you ever heard the one about the sinking ship? Wow, Luke. Wow, great. Another puzzle. SOS, 15 people are trapped aboard a ship that's going to sink in exactly 20 minutes. Their only chance for survival is the 5-person life raft stowed on their vessel. To make matters worse, the waters around the ship are teeming with man-eating sharks, so swimming to safety is out of the question. A round trip to the nearest island and back to the ship takes 9 minutes on the raft. How many people will live to see dry land? Okay. Well, let's just think this through. We have five people going in the raft, and that means that we'll have rescued 5 people, but the raft has to go back, and that needs at least 1 person on it. So we take one person back, but we still have 4 people here. And how many do we have here? We have 20 at the start, so now we have 15 here. 15 plus 1, and then we can take 5 away again, and then we'll have 9 here. But once more, 1 will have to go back. It's gonna be hard to decide who's gonna do that, but you know. So then we'll have 12 here, and yeah, now the final few can go. So that will be 7 people left on the ship, and 5 are going on the raft to the happy island with the palm tree. That's a palm tree. Okay, so 13 people should live. Hopefully. Yes?
That should do it.
There we go.
Another puzzle solved.
Nicely done. A moment of silence for the 2 who didn't make it, please. The 2? What? Why the 2 who didn't make it? For the 2 who didn't make it, that's weird. 7 people didn't make it. Whatever. Wow, great answer, Professor. It took me 5 times as long to get that one. Okay. Hey, it's Claudia. Does she have a puzzle for us? Well, if it isn't Claudia out and about. And that reminds me of a puzzle. Give it a try, my boy. Oh, yes. Give me all the puzzles. There are 3 different colors of toy cat, each color having a different weight. Examples 1 and 2 show their relative weights. You have 3 red cats and 4 black cats on one side of the scale, and 4 white cats and 1 black cat on the other. Given this setup, what will the scale do? Tip left, stay level, or tip right? Type your answer on the touchscreen. Okay, let me try this out. I'll pause it. Okay, I've figured out a way of solving this, but I would really like to be able to draw something here, so we're just gonna cheat a little and do this. That's beautiful, isn't it? Okay, so I wanna simplify this. Let's say that the complete weight right here is 20, because 4 times 5 is 20, so that should be the easiest way to actually, you know, simplify that. So that way we can say that the white cats, let's draw a white cat. That's a white cat here. Hold on, let me give it a face. Beautiful. Let's say that they equal 5, because we have 4 of them here, and 4 times 5 would be 20, which is good. The black cats, which, how do I do this? I guess I just do it this way. That's beautiful, isn't it? They would have to be 4 then, because we have 5 of them, and 4 times, you know, 4 times 5 is 20 again. so the first example already checks out. So that means that on the second scale here over on the left we have 2 black cats, which is 8, and 1 white cat, which is 5, so we have 13 all in all. So these 3 red cats would be 1 red cat, which, I don't know. There we go. Imagine that's a red cat, because I only now realized that I'm using a red pen for this, which is really dumb. So that's a third of 13, which... fuck do I know how much that is. Because it's 2.3... actually not 2, what am I thinking? 4. 4.3 reoccurring. So that's great. Okay, this is gonna take ages. 8, I'm now doing the upper scale, so I'll just draw it here. Look at that. Ooh, beautiful. Okay, so wait, we had 13, so that the 3 red cats are 13, right? Yes, and the 4 black cats, I'm talking about this side of the scale right here. The 4 black cats were 16. I'm all over the place right now. So 13 plus 16 is 29. So we have 29 right here. Okay, so now let's do the right side, which we have 20, 24 here. So naturally it would tip towards the left. And wasn't that beautiful? Okay. Goodbye, snipping tool. No, don't. There we go. Yay! Please be correct. Okay, there we go. Wasted a lot of time on that puzzle, but I really wouldn't have known a better way to do it. Excellent! If you replace the red cats on the left with the equivalent weight of black and white cats, and the white cats on the right with the equivalent weight of black cats, this puzzle becomes much simpler. Oh, damn it, why didn't I think of that? Once you make the replacement, you'll have 6 black cats on the right and 6 black cats plus a white one on the left. Thus, the scale must tip to the left. Okay, yeah, I'm an idiot, so there you go. Once you realize how you need to look at things, it's not a terribly difficult problem now, is it? Fuck you, Professor. I did it well as well. You don't even know. Thanks for the painting, dickhead. Does it go anywhere? It doesn't look good. Ooh. I keep forgetting that I can't just pick them up from the other screen again. Oh, actually, yay! Look at that, look at that. Still can't tell what that's supposed to be, so... you know, we'll figure it out. Actually, one thing I wanna check out for once is the journal. I won't be reading stuff out, but... Ooh, look, we're on page 4 already. So once again, we're almost halfway done with the game already. Anyway. Let's finally do this. I keep wasting time for some reason, I don't know why. Do you know how I do it? Oh, what happened? Are you trying to poison me? What are those vile things? You oaf, some butler you are. I'm so sorry, sir. I detest cakes, the very sight of them turns my stomach. Get that plate out of here at once. Oh yes, but of course. Oh man, Chelmy, you're such... Ugh. Ah, Layton, there you are. You requested our presence, Inspector Chelmy. My sources tell me you've been out shopping about and interfering in my case. Just what are you up to? It certainly wasn't my intention to interfere with your case. However, a few things don't make sense. Leave the investigating to the police and go chase after that golden apple or whatever it is. Don't you worry your pretty little head about it. I'll find Simon's killer, of that you can be sure. Now, unless you have something else to say, I've got work to do here. Understood. Good day, sir. That inspector has some nerve dismissing us like that. Like I said before, I don't like him one bit. What do you say we ask Ramon about yesterday, Luke? Yes, let's... Where is he? Is he outside? In his favorite spot? Is he? He absolutely is. Good day, Ramon. How are you feeling today? Fit as a fiddle now, Professor. Perhaps even as vivacious as a ahoo-hoo-hoo. That awful fatigue from last week seems like it never happened. As you can see, I'm bursting with energy and my skin is as soft as a baby's. I feel like a teenager again. Is that so? That's good to hear. Hey wait, his lips aren't even purple. Someone said his lips were purple. That's just the worst. He doesn't seem to remember what happened yesterday, does he? He has no idea what happened. Thanks for showing us that again, because everyone forgot. So, what's our next move? We shall respect the inspector's wishes and leave the murder case alone, Luke. It's as Inspector Chelmy said, solving crime is the police's job. What? Besides, something tells me that this case and the Golden Apple are more related than we realize. That's that intuition of yours talking again, isn't it, Professor? First and foremost, we need to find a clue that will bring us closer to the Golden Apple. Perhaps one of Baron Reinhold's relations or close friends can help point us in the right direction. Of course, there's also someone else. Let's see if the butler has anything to say on the subject. Chapter 5. The hunt begins. It's finally time to start the search for the Golden Apple. Explore Saint-Mystère for clues. Alrighto, let's go and do that. Gee, 4 hours already. Okay, let's go and talk with Matthew. I hope he has a puzzle for us. Back so soon, Professor? Matthew, I was wondering if you knew anything that could point us in the direction of the Golden Apple. Anything you know would be great help. For example, did the Baron say anything before he passed away? I'm so sorry to disappoint you, Professor, but the Master never said anything of the sort to me. I'd very much like to help you in your search, but my duties here prevent me from leaving the grounds. If only Ingrid was around to provide some assistance. I beg your pardon, sir? Ingrid? It's been years since she left, but Ingrid used to work as a servant in the mansion. She was Flora's nurse, and she often helped me with my work. Matthew! Yes, my lady, I'll be right there. Please excuse me, sir, the lady calls. If you're curious about Ingrid, why not pay her a visit and talk to her yourself? Let's see, at this time of day, I'd imagine she's out walking around by the village shop. Please do me a favor and tell her that I send my regards. Certainly, I'll be sure to pass on your message. Thank you for all your help, Matthew. Isn't Ingrid that sweet old lady we passed by before? Indeed, we also saw her in that picture of young Flora. Come, Luke, let's go and find the old girl. Off we go then. The village shop is just outside the manor, right? We'll be there in no time. How does he know his way around the village already? I wouldn't have known where that is, and I've played this game like 5 times. Oh, hello. Oh, what's that? Of course, the piece of paper next to Ingrid is much more important. It looks like a scrap of notepaper. What does it say, Luke? Well, let's see here. Ahem. It's just terrible. Lady Viola has an awful case of the flu and hasn't left her bed for days. I'm no doctor, so I can't think of any way to help her. Oh, what to do. Lady Viola. Oh, this entry must be talking about Baron Reinhold's first wife. My heart is heavy as I write these words. The loss of his wife has completely crushed the boss. If only there was something I could do to help. He walks around looking like he's had the wind knocked out of him. And that's the end. Gosh, whoever wrote this must have cared an awful lot for the Baron and his family. Hello, Ingrid. Oh, goodness me, if it isn't Mr. Layabout, was it? The name's Layton, madam. That's right, Mr. Layton. What can I do for you, sir? Earlier we were talking with the butler at Reinhold Manor, and he mentioned you used to work here. There. We'd very much like to hear anything you might know about the Baron. Heavens, you want to hear about the Baron? I'm afraid the only stories I have are from when I worked at the manor, and that was ages ago. That would be ideal, madam. Would you mind telling us one? Alright, well, I suppose I could tell you a bit about the Baron and his former wife. The way Master Reinhold and his wife would carry on, they almost seemed to be like children. You'd never seen a man so in love as Master Reinhold was. When she passed away, Flora was all the Baron had to remember her by. So he raised that little girl with all the love a child could want. The things he'd bring home for her, toys from all over the world and teddy bears as big as yourself. He was in high spirits in those days. He really wanted to give her all the affection in the world. So where has Flora gone? Your guess is as good as mine, sir. I have no clue where that girl went. She left the mansion well after I stopped working for the Reinholds. Some say Lady Dahlia put Flora on the street to keep the family riches to herself, but that's nonsense. After all, the Baron cared about Flora so much, I can't imagine that he'd allow something like that. You know, you just reminded me. The grave of the Baron's former wife is located in the manor garden. I wonder who takes care of it now. The Baron's former wife is buried in the garden. Thank you, madam. You've been extremely helpful. Luke, let's head back to the manor. I have a feeling that the grave might hold the clue we've been looking for. Ooh, okay. Let's go and look at that. Because we're being... ooh. Look at that fun sprite of Matthew there. That's great. Oh look, it's Matthew. Good day, Professor. Were you able to track down Ingrid? Yes, we did. In fact, we were just speaking with her. I mean no disrespect, but she said the grave of the Baron's former wife lies on these grounds. Do you have any knowledge of this? Lady Viola's grave, sir. I was just about to visit it myself. Would you mind if we came along to take a look? Not in the slightest. Right this way. Here's the entrance, sirs. Please watch your step on the way in. This is Lady Viola's grave. Gosh, this place is really nice. It's not creepy at all. It kind of is. The late Baron, rest his soul, told me to keep this place in proper order, and I've tried to do so. Here sleeps Viola, my one true love. This statue looks so much like Lady Dahlia, it's hard to believe it's someone else. Back when Flora was just a tiny little thing, Lady Viola used to take her to the park. Some of the flowers in the garden grew from the ones Flora planted here for her mother. Oh, I forgot to tell you about the Baron's diary. It should still be on the desk in my lady's room. It's possible that it might contain some information that could aid your search for the golden apple. My thanks, Matthew. I'll be sure to give it a once-over later. Really? We're gonna read the Baron's diary? And the Layton doesn't have any hang-ups about that? Okay. Now then, Luke, we'd best head back to Reinhold Manor. Whee! Back to Reinhold Manor we go! Yeah, we're kind of just going back and forth, going through the story. You know how it goes. Professor Layton. Everyone loves it. Where's that diary? There? Maybe? We found it. This must be the diary that Matthew spoke of. I have to admit, he seems to know where everything in the manor is. There's something about reading someone else's diary that just doesn't seem proper to me. However, the investigation must continue, so... The craftsmanship of it is simply remarkable. It reminds me of my sweet Viola when she was alive. What do you suppose it refers to? Flora doesn't like the thing at all. I've seen her run away from it on multiple occasions. Recently, she spends more time playing by her dear Viola's grave than anywhere else. I'm sad to say I doubt Flora will ever take to it. I can't blame her, as I've changed its personality. I felt terrible forcing that change on Flora, but I just couldn't bear to see it like that anymore. Viola, there can never be another you. You were my first, my last, and my only. Changed its personality? I'm not sure what the Baron means, but this is clearly vital information. I collapsed some days ago and have been bedridden ever since. I feel as if I have failed Flora as a father. I can only hope that when I am gone, the people of the village look after Flora and take care for her as I did. He must have been terribly ill. It seems I am not long for this world, and the time has come for me to say goodbye to my little Flora. I've left everything in Bruno's care now. Flora, I pray you find happiness in this life. I've disclosed the location of the secret place in a note that I've left with an old friend. It is my most fervent hope, I don't know what that word is, that the seeker of the golden apple finds it and grants my dearest wish. Professor! Baron Reinhold's old friend. We must seek out this person, Luke. But, Professor, how can we possibly find the person with nothing but this diary to go on? Haha, it's like I always say, Luke. Any good investigation starts on the street. We'll just have to ask everyone in the village about the matter. Well, I mean, of course, you're absolutely right, Professor. Let's get to it. Of course, any good investigation also needs direction. Let's start out by asking Ingrid a few questions. She seems to know a great deal about Baron Reinhold. Okay then, let's do that in the next episode. Goodbye, everyone.